Does your heart beat faster when the phone rings and you have to speak English? Do you want to pick up the phone and feel calm instead of scared? Well, you're in the right place because today we are going to master phone calls together.
Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast, Practice English with Phone Calls. I am Mike and I am so happy you are joining us. Talking on the phone is one of the hardest things to do in a new language. Why? Because you cannot see the other person's face. You can't see their hands or their eyes. You only have the voice.
And I am Sarah. That is so true, Mike. When we talk in person, we use our bodies to help explain things. But on the phone, it is just the audio. This makes many beginners feel very nervous. But today, we are going to give you the exact words and phrases you need. By the end of this lesson, you will feel like a pro.
We have a lot to talk about, so this will be a big, helpful episode. Whether you are calling a friend, a doctor's office, or even a restaurant to order pizza, we have you covered. But first, if you want to improve your English every week with us, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button.
It really helps our community grow. Okay, Mike, let's start with the first step. The phone is ringing, you pick it up. What is the very first thing you say?
The simplest way is just to say, hello, with a little question in your voice. But we want to help you sound more natural. If it's a friend, hello is perfect. But if you are at work or if you don't know the number, you might want to be more clear. You can say, hello, this is Mike.
I like that. Hello, this is Sarah speaking. It is very clear. Now, Mike, we must tell our listeners a very important rule. In English, when we are on the phone, we don't usually say, I am Sarah.
That is a classic mistake. If I say, I am Mike on the phone, it sounds a bit strange to a native speaker. We use this is or it's. For example, if I call you, I say, hi Sarah, it's Mike.
Exactly. This is Sarah or it's Sarah. Think of it like this. The person can't see you, so you are identifying your voice. Let's practice that. Mike, call me and introduce yourself.
Ring ring.
Hello?
Hi, this is Mike calling for Sarah.
Perfect. See how easy that is? This is Mike. Now, let's look at the other side. What if you're the one making the call? You want to talk to someone specific, maybe a manager or a teacher. How do you ask for them politely?
You can use a very nice phrase like, may I speak to Mr. Smith, please? Or, is Mary there, please? May I is very polite. If you want to be a bit more casual, you can say, is Mary around?
May I speak to is my favorite for beginners. It is polite and it works in every situation. But Mike, what happens if the person you want to talk to is not there? This happens a lot.
It does. The person who answers might say, I'm sorry, she's not in right now, or he is busy at the moment. This is the moment where many learners want to hang up the phone quickly because they're scared.
Don't hang up. This is a great chance to practice. You can leave a message. You can say, could you please take a message? Or could you tell her that Mike called?
And here's a professional tip. Always leave your phone number even if you think they have it. When you say your number, say it very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 5. Give the person time to write.
That is so important. I always tell my students, speak at the speed of a pencil. If you can imagine someone writing the numbers, you are speaking at the right speed.
Speak at the speed of a pencil. I love that, Sarah. I'm going to remember that. Now, let's talk about a big fear. What if the person on the other side speaks too fast? Or what if they have a difficult accent?
This is the part that makes people's hearts beat fast. But remember, you are the customer or the friend. You have the right to understand. You can ask for help. You can say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Or you can be very specific. You can say, could you speak a little slower, please? People are usually very kind. If you ask them to slow down, they will. They want you to understand too.
Another great phrase is, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. This is a very natural way to say you didn't hear or understand. Mike, let's imagine I'm a very fast-talking receptionist at a doctor's office. You try to slow me down.
Okay, I'm ready.
Speaking very fast. Hello, City Health Center. How can I help you? We are closed on Tuesday but open on Wednesday at 9.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Could you please speak a little slower? I didn't catch all of that.
See? That was perfect. As soon as you said that, I realized I was too fast. It's a signal to the other person to be more patient. You did perfectly. Now, let's talk about a call that makes people even more nervous, calling the doctor or a clinic. This is important because you have to talk about your health.
Yes, usually you need to make an appointment. That is the key phrase. I'd like to make an appointment to see the doctor.
And you might ask, what is the reason for your visit? You don't need to give a long story. You can say, I have a cold, I have a headache, or just, I need a checkup.
Checkup is a good word. It just means a general visit to see if you are healthy.
Also, be ready to give your date of birth. In English, we often say the month first, then the day. For example, May 10th.
Right. Practice saying your birth date in English before you call. It sounds simple, but when you're nervous, sometimes you forget your own birthday.
I've done that. Now, let's talk about another common situation. A wrong number. Someone calls you, but they want someone else. What do you say?
You don't just hang up. That is a bit rude. You can say, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
Or if they ask for Steve and your name is not Steve, you say, there is no one here by that name. Wait, I used a different language there. I meant, there is no one here by that name.
Even teachers make mistakes. There is no one here by that name is very professional. Usually the person will say, oh, I'm sorry, and then you can say, that's okay, goodbye.
Speaking of mistakes, Mike, I want to talk about phone anxiety. Many of our listeners feel a lot of stress. Their hands sweat, they want to avoid the call. Is there a way to make it easier?
Yes, my best tip is the preparation paper. Before you pick up the phone, write down 3 things: who you are, why you are calling, and the question you want to ask.
I love that. If you have it written down, you don't have to think so hard while you're talking. You just look at your paper.
Exactly. Also, smile while you talk. Even though they can't see you, a smile changes the sound of your voice. You sound friendlier and more confident.
That is a scientific fact. A smile makes your voice go up and sounds more welcoming.
What about when you're busy and someone calls you? You can't talk right now. How do you say that without being mean?
You can say, I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy right now. Can I call you back? Or, now is not a good time. Can we talk later?
Can I call you back is a very important phrase. It shows that you want to talk, but you are just busy at the moment.
And if you say you will call them back, make sure you do.
Good point. Now, Sarah, let's talk about ending the call. We talked about it a little, but it's important to do it right. We don't want the other person to feel like we are pushing them away.
Right. You should always give a signal that the call is ending. You can say, anyway, I should let you go. Or, it was great catching up with you.
I should let you go is a very polite way to end a call with a friend. It sounds like you're being kind to them, even if you're the one who needs to leave.
And for a business call, you can say, thank you for the information, or thank you for your time. Then you wait for them to say goodbye, and you say goodbye, or bye.
Never just hang up without saying goodbye. It's like walking out of a room and slamming the door.
Exactly. Let's do a long practice now, a big one. This time, I am calling a language school to ask about English classes. Mike, you are the school secretary.
I am ready. I will be the best secretary ever. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Sarah. Am I speaking with the International Language School?
Yes, it is. This is Mike speaking. How can I help you today?
Hi, Mike. I'm calling to ask about your English classes. I'd like to know when the next course starts.
Of course, Sarah. Our next course for beginners starts on Monday, the 20th.
Monday the 20th. Okay, and how much does the course cost?
It is $200 for 1 month.
I'm sorry, the line is a bit bad. Did you say 200 or 300?
I said 200. 200.
Thank you. And do I need to take a test before I start?
Yes, a small level test. Could you come to the school on Friday at 10 a.m.?
Let me check my schedule. Yes, Friday at 10 is fine. Could you please send me an email with the address?
Certainly. What is your email address?
It is sarahenglish@gmail.com. That is SARAANGLISH.
Got it. I will send that email right now.
Great. Thank you so much for your help, Mike.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else?
No, that's all. Have a nice day.
You too. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was a long one, but it was great. You asked for information, you asked for a repeat when you didn't hear the price, and you gave your email.
And did you notice how I said my email? I said @ for the @ symbol and dot for the period. Many students forget that.
Yes, @ and dot. Very important for modern life. Sarah, we have talked about so much. I think our listeners have a whole toolbox of phrases now.
I think so too. Let's do a natural recap of the big ideas so they stay in our listeners' brains.
Okay, number 1, always use "this is" to say your name. Don't say "I am."
Number 2, use "I'd like to" be polite when you ask for something or an appointment.
Number 3, don't be afraid to ask someone to speak slower or repeat that. It's okay.
Number 4, use A as in apple to spell difficult words or names.
And number 5, always end with a thank you and a goodbye.
Those 5 rules will help you survive almost any phone call. And remember, the more you do it, the easier it gets. The first call is the hardest, the second call is a little easier. By the 10th call, you will be a superstar.
Truly. I used to be terrified of calling people in another language. I would write my script, practice it 5 times, and then finally dial the number. And you know what? It worked.
It's all about practice. Even if you just call a shop to ask, "What time do you close?" That is a victory. That is a real conversation in English.
That is a great idea for practice. Small calls that don't matter much. It builds your confidence.
We are so proud of everyone listening. You are taking a big step toward your goals. Speaking English on the phone is a major skill.
It really is. Now, before we finish this episode, we have our special question for the comments. We really want to hear from you.
Here is the question. What is the most difficult phone call you ever had to make in English? Was it to a doctor, to a friend, or maybe for a job interview?
Tell us your story in the comments. We love to read them, and it helps other students see that they are not alone in their fears.
And if you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
Subscribe to Practice English with Phone Calls for more lessons like this one. We're here to help you every step of the way.
Thank you for spending time with us today. You are doing amazing work.
Keep practicing, keep calling, and keep smiling.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.